One health expert assures the public that all approved COVID-19 vaccines are effective against the Delta variant. Meanwhile, in India, health officials detected an even more infectious Delta Plus variant of SARS-CoV-2. 4 regions in the Visayas and Mindanao have been categorized as areas of concern for COVID-19. Some lawmakers are bent on investigating the so-called troll farms ahead of the campaign season for the 2022 national elections. And Manila has been listed as one of the most stressful cities in the world. This German-based study ranked 100 cities based on traffic, congestion, and unemployment. Focused and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The Delta variant of SARS-CoV-2 is reportedly more infectious in children than adults. Let's discuss this further with Dr. Eva Cutionco de la Paz, Health Program Director of the PGC, or Philippine Genome Center. Good afternoon, Dr. de la Paz. Are there really studies supporting this claim that the Delta variant that was, of course, found in India first is actually more infectious among children?
Well, right now, I don't think there's enough data to show that. In countries where it has become more common than others, maybe this is their opportunity to look into that.
All right. And do you think if they do discover that it is more impactful on children, or at least it spreads faster through children or the youth, that we should reconsider these relaxed protocols for the younger population?
If you're talking about the Philippines, I think we're not yet relaxing in terms of the president declaring that, the mandatory wearing a face mask, both indoors and outdoors, it's back, right? So which means this is probably not the time yet to relax. But the government has been doing a lot of efforts to to prevent the Delta variant from coming into the country by doing border restrictions, and then also making sure that the 10-day facility quarantine plus 4-day home isolation managed by the LGU will be strictly reinforced.
All right. Yeah, I think they have loosened restrictions, not by much, but they have allowed point-to-point travel for children. Having said that, Dr. de la Paz, would you recommend to bump up children or the youth in our vaccine priority list, of course, in the light of these new COVID variants, or should we just stick to our guns?
Well, right now there's a lot of factors to consider, and I think we do have the National Immunization Technical Advisory Group to make decisions on that, and I think the decisions have to be based on evidence, and they will have to do all the background work to make sure that the changes in the recommendations for vaccination will be backed up by science.
And of course, we have heard about the new Delta variant, the Delta Plus variant. What do we know so far, Dr. de la Paz, about this variant? And what precautions or extra precautions should we take to help stem the spread of that here in the Philippines?
Well, the news about the Delta variant Plus just came like probably in the last 24 to 48 hours. And the reason they call it the Delta variant Plus is because there is, it has another mutation that was not in the original Delta variant, and that is the K417N mutation, again in the spike protein. So far, even if you look at the news coming from India, they're saying that they don't know enough yet about the Delta variant plus. And having said that, I think we should still be able to follow what we have been doing, and that is the containing its possible spread by doing the minimum public health standards, the BDITR strategies, plus, of course, the vaccination. But in the country, out of the 17 that we have detected so far at the Philippine Genome Center through our genomic surveillance, we have not we do not have any local case yet. All are from returning overseas Filipinos.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Dr. Eva Cutionco de la Paz, Health Program Director of the Philippine Genome Center. We appreciate you joining us this afternoon. And an infectious diseases expert has assured the public that all approved COVID-19 vaccines are effective against the Delta variant. Dr. Carl Henson of the Philippine Society for Microbiology and Infectious Diseases said that some vaccines may have lower efficacy rates against Delta, but the jabs are still effective in preventing more severe COVID infections. Citing data from the United Kingdom, Henson said that Pfizer and AstraZeneca's vaccines have an efficacy of 33% on the first dose and up to 60 to 88% on those fully vaccinated.
So, totoo po na mukhang the data from the UK shows na mas mababa po ng yung efficacy ng mga bakuna sa Delta variant, pero it is almost as effective in preventing severe disease.
And on to our numbers, we have the Health Department reporting over 4,300 new COVID-19 cases today. And this brought the total case count to 1,372,000, some 49,000 of which are still considered active. 119 more deaths were confirmed overnight, pushing the death toll to almost 24,000. Meanwhile, total recoveries are now at 1,298,000, with over 7,000 more survivors logged over the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the DOH has also classified 4 regions as high-risk areas due to a rise in COVID-19 cases. And these are the regions of Caraga, Western Visayas, the Davao region, and Soscargen. On the other hand, Metro Manila has been categorized as low risk because of the declining growth rate in the capital. Pausing again for another quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay tuned. watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The so-called troll farms are feared to be more rampant this time around as political campaigns for next year's elections are expected to be carried out primarily on social media. Marian Enriquez with the full report.
As the 2022 national elections draw near, troll farms are yet again expected to emerge. The House Makabayan bloc is now calling on their fellow lawmakers to investigate the matter.
Kaya kailangan tingnan talaga ito dahil in the end, we will be electing trolls will be electing a president, no? And we will be having a troll president for that matter dahil hindi na ito ang the real or the true will of our people, no?
A sociologist also expressed concern over the emergence of troll farms, citing what happened in the United States back in 2016.
Lumitaw nga na si Trump won the US election in part because Russia had planted misinformation against Clinton, mga kalaban niya. And doon, yan ang nakakanervyos, no? Na kung kayang gawin yan sa Amerika, di kayang-kaya nilang gawin sa Pilipinas at sa mga ibang bansa.
The expert said he had noticed that troll farms in the Philippines mostly go against the opposition.
Dito sa atin, you can already see the chorus, naghahanda na sila ng scripts nila eh. Na, anyone who does not agree with Duterte must be a communist.
Senator Ping Lacson earlier disclosed that an unnamed use of templated clapbacks. The lawmaker has already, according to Lacson, is to report and block individual.
One name, one person, one account. The best solution doon para mabawasan yung sinasabing mga trolls at walang ginawa kundi manira ng kapwa.
Troll farms are expected to be more rampant as politicians will rely primarily on social media campaigning amid the COVID-19 pandemic. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. House Majority Leader Martin Romualdez has announced the renewed alliance between his party Lakas CMD and Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte's hugpong ng pagbabago. Romualdez has yet to bear his plans for the upcoming 2022 elections, but says that he will support Mayor Sara if she decides to run for president. And Manila has been named among the world's most stressful cities. A German-based study referred to traffic and unemployment rate as primary factors. And Olympic-bound sprinter Christina Knott has tested positive for COVID-19, according to the Philippine Amateur Track and Field Association. Knott had just qualified for the Tokyo Olympics earlier today and is in Sweden to prepare for a track meet. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.